Hello, hello again. I need my hairspray. How you doing? Guys, lots of stuff coming in. Welcome back. Really do appreciate you.
His update, we'll have about family.
Let me tell you something. This sheriff,
S-O-N.
not him.
Tonight he'll deliver his updates, and then at the conclusion of his update, we'll have about 5 minutes for questions. With that, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Morrison.
Thank you, Sergeant.
He's like,
trying not to disturb anyone's microphones here. Do appreciate everyone coming out. We don't have as much information to provide today, but we have been working tirelessly throughout the day with our federal resources, state resources, neighboring agencies. As always, I'd like to start off just by recognizing the Decker family, let them know they're still very much in our thoughts, our prayers. We've been working hard. Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia are clearly motivating and going out, processing social media leads throughout the nation, not just here locally. Following up those leads, we've been assigning detectives, marshal services, to go out, do interviews. We also appreciate the nation police departments. We had one in McCall, Idaho today, was doing follow-ups for us. So we're not just keeping our focus here within Chelan County, we're also focusing nationwide on other leads that are coming out. Again, thank you to those police departments, sheriff's offices, state agencies across the nation that have stepped up to assist us and giving us the additional resources that we desperately need. Clearly, this is not the outcome we wanted to see. We were hoping that we could find Travis today. But we are feeling optimistic thanks to our Marshals Department that has come through and tracked down some good leads that we feel are giving us more of an insight into Travis's mindset, where he may have not gone or may have gone to. And we'd also like to thank the FBI and their behavioral analysts unit that has also gone through, done an assessment of some of the interviews that we've had regarding Travis and made a determination on maybe what his thought process was, what decisions he might have made, and where he'd gone. In addition to our detectives also following through some of the financial documents, tracking areas that he had previously frequented, and we're optimistic that we will find him shortly. We'd also like to thank Spokane County Sheriff's Office for coming out, Sheriff Knowles, having their helicopter fly from 6 o'clock this morning to 11, as I understand it. At 11 o'clock, our helicopter was also on ground at the fish hatchery in Leavenworth to fly the Icicle Creek. We also deployed our Swiftwater rescue team to go through there and start searching the creek in cases that Travis did enter in there. The water is running pretty quickly now, thanks to the spring runoff. But we're optimistic that with our air units up in the sky, looking over the terrain, it's definitely diverse when you're talking about the amount of acres that we're covering, that we're doing the best we can. We also want to thank Sheriff Myers down in Kittitas County for deploying some of his search and rescue units, checking trailheads on the backside of Chelan County to see if there's any opportunity that Travis might have made it out to that location. We have learned so far through our investigation today that he is well versed in outdoor survival. And talking with his father, it sounds at times that he would go out and would be leaving off grid for sometimes up to 2.5 months. So we also understand too that he at times would do caching. So we understand that that's a possibility that he could have scoped out this area before, put supplies out there, and has the ability and the knowledge to survive for a long period of time. We saw this before a couple years ago when we assisted Kittitas County with a similar case. So we are putting our resources out. We saw our SWAT team today out off the Icicle drainage, checking residences through there, in addition to us still having units out on the ground, continuing to check, in addition to expanding out and looking at local counties. So we're going to continue to do what we need to do, partnering with our federal partners. We will again want to say thank you to the FBI, Homeland Security that has assisted us more yesterday. Also going with the Marshal Services, the Washington State Patrol that has been working alongside of us, along with their detective units. And we've also had a forensics electronic detective going through the cell phone and other electronic items that we.
Guys, after this, I'm going to show you the Ring doorbell camera that he was spotted on.
We collected on the scene. So we're hoping to gather more information, take that intel that we've gathered today, and continue to press on tomorrow. But at this time, we have not found Travis. My message is still the same. Travis, if you're out there seeing us, we'd like you to turn yourself in. We want a peaceful resolution to this, but we're not going to relinquish our efforts and giving up any effort that we can proceed to track you down. So please turn yourself in. Let's wrap this up and do what's right for your kids. So any questions?
Do what's right for your kids. Yeah, right. You don't give a
no,
damn.
And I don't think there'd be any motive to be acceptable. I mean, clearly, it's not the decision of a sound mind, and these young girls were a victim.
Was a body discovered in this area we're searching near Leavenworth today?
They were discovered earlier this week. It was outside Leavenworth. You're more up icicle drainage around milepost 18, around Rock Island Campground. We do have a map that I think we've already shared online, but it is more of a rural campground.
Maybe it's unrelated to the case?
Okay. No, there was another individual that was located today, not related to the case, and that was out towards the Big Y where US 2 and 97 connect, but not related to the case.
Sheriff, you mentioned McCall, Idaho. There were reports of possible sightings, or maybe it was just the fact that the department received tips. Any credibility to some of that? I know you mentioned they did some investigating. What have you learned from that?
I can tell you so far today, we had a possible sighting on East Leavenworth Road. We checked that out. It was not Mr. Decker. We had another one out at milepost 83, US 2. And then, of course, we continue to hear information about other possible sightings from across the nation. As we understood, based off the information we got back, was that the sighting in McCall, Idaho was not our suspect, but we'll continue to work with our neighboring agencies, not only here in the state, but across the nation, to help us track down any leads we do get.
What kind of head start do you think he had, knowing the truck was found Monday? When do you think he started to go out?
Worst case scenario, we could see that he might have gotten a head start on Friday, so he would have had the whole weekend to be out there. But we're still tracking it down. We will have our autopsy results. It should be coming back tomorrow, and we'll get a better idea of what kind of time frame we're looking at.
Is there any knowledge that you guys might have of him possibly making his way back to Wisconsin or he's from?
We're not ruling anything out. So, I mean, we have been in touch with agencies, of course, across the nation, and just tracking down leads. We are aware of other connections he has. We've interviewed friends, coworkers. A lot of stuff. We're optimistic that we can track down his location.
Sir, he left his truck behind.
And did you find in that truck any writing, any note, anything that might have helped
Our
out?
detectives are still going through that process. I know that we worked with the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab yesterday, in addition to our detectives, process all that information. And today, as I was leaving our emergency operations center, we did have members of the Washington State Patrol that were processing some of the cell phones we located in the vehicle.
What military training does he have that could be a factor in his ability to elude authorities?
We do understand, and we're getting more confirmation that he might have possibly gone through mountain survival school. But we also know, too, that he's been an outdoorsman since he was a kid. Talking with the parents, it seemed like this was something that he was attracted to, like doing in his free time. So clearly some of the knowledge he's probably acquired throughout his lifetime, in addition to the training he might or might not have acquired through the Army, is something that we're taking into consideration. But we do want to validate what trainings he's actually gone through, and we do have some U.S. Marshals tracking that down as well.
Sheriff, what is your reaction to the fact that you've been out and about, you said, for as long as 2 months? Does that give you room for pause?
Guys, I got all kinds of stuff for you.
And living off the grid for so long?
Well, we're certainly an agency that learns from the past.
Right,
we saw this before, I believe, around North Bend. I don't know how many years ago that was, where they had an individual who had been involved in a similar incident and then had dug himself a bunker out there. So we take that in consideration, that he may be aware of our surroundings, has the ability to survive, and that's going to certainly make it more challenging, but we're up for that challenge. I mean, we recognize that 87% of the county not accessible by road. We've been dealing with that over the last 125-year history of this agency. So we're no stranger to that. We're aware of our terrain, and we'll continue to work with our federal partners and U.S. Forest Service that has stepped alongside of us to assist us in possibly closing down some of the trails in the area in order to ensure, of course, that the environment stays safe for anyone who may come to visit, but that we also have access to go through there and start checking all the trails and locations that we believe he may recreate.
Sure. The longer this goes on, what concerns do you have about, you talk about
yes,
the
fight
mentality and when desperation kicks in. Obviously, there's that survival skills element of it, but the longer it goes on, I mean, we've seen where things often go. Do you have concerns for whether it be those who are out looking for him, just kind of where this could all come together, and that mentality someone may have when desperation motivates?
Thank you, Uber.
We understand the mentality we're dealing with. We have a well-trained agency. We're a leader when it comes to de-escalation here in Washington State. We were one of the original agencies for that training hub, so we understand that we have the ability to control the pace of situations. We have behavioral health units. We have the ability to communicate with them, and we're going to continue to do that. But our primary goal is to track him down. Of course, we want to make sure that he's safe, but ultimately he will be brought to justice.
You started out this press conference saying you're confident that you'll find these fixes. What makes you confident given all these challenges?
The amount of partners that have come alongside of us. I mean, again, I've cited the U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI. We've had Homeland Security investigations. We've had Border Patrol's tracking team here. We've had Douglas County, East Wenatchee. The amount of resources that we put on this right away gives me confidence that we are doing everything possible, in addition to working with the behavioral analyst team and also bringing cadaver dogs. We're open to anything and everything. And so far, despite our limited resources, it's part of our mission statement with the resources entrusted to us, I think that a lot of people have come alongside us to help us out. That's why I'm optimistic. So we're not doing it alone.
You said that you've been in contact with his
DC.
father. What has that interaction been like with his immediate loved ones? What are they telling you about their reaction to this next tragedy? How are they handling it?
They're frustrated with the situation, clearly, but this is their son. So, of course, that they have concerns about his safety. But overall, they understand that he does have to be brought in and he has to be held accountable for his actions.
One more question, please. One more question.
Sheriff, I just wanted to clarify. You said that with this survival skills coming to light here, how does that change moving forward as we get further and further into this investigation?
They do. They have.
Well, we understand that he can cover a lot of ground. I mean, certainly, based off what I know from him, he's in decent shape, and he has the ability to go out there, which, if anyone's been out in that part of the county, it's thick. So it's going to make it more challenging for us to locate him, and especially if he's knowledgeable and he knows how to conceal himself. That will make a unique challenge for us. But we feel pretty confident in bringing members of Border Patrol in too, with their experience of working in more diverse terrain, especially along our Canadian border. We have people who are experts in that field as well, and also excel and have the military training as well. I mean, we recognize he's not a subject matter expert. I'm not going to glorify him in that sense. I do appreciate his service, but overall, we have other men and women who are assisting us who are also military veterans and have that kind of background and experience. And I would certainly point out our Forest Service deputy that was able to immediately locate it as soon as we got information about a general area where he's at. We're up for that challenge.
Military, you can tell.
So, thank you.
Okay, for our media partners, I do have a contact sheet that I'd like to have completed. That way we can easily follow up with each of our media partners. So at the conclusion of this, you can find me if you haven't already signed it. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time, and we'll plan additional updates in the hours and days to come. Thank you.
Nothing set, though, at this point as far as updates?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. So there has been several sightings alleged of Travis Decker. Many of them they have confirmed is not him, but let me show you what I showed you guys right before we ended the live with Lily and Jack. McCall PD says the McCall Police Department received notification that possible sightings of Travis Decker, a triple unaliving suspect in Chelan County, Washington. Please be aware that we are investigating these reports. Dispatch shows only be notified first-person sightings, not rumors. Only if you see them. Not, you know, my aunt's mother, sister's brother. All right. Source One News is reporting this. I'm going to show you guys a Ring doorbell camera here in a little bit. We're going to get into what Travis Decker has kind of, I guess, prepared himself for. Look at this. Do y'all think that's him? No, no, Scion. You see that? What do y'all think? Make it bigger for you. What do you think about? You think that's him? I'm sure she is True Crime Junkie. We just did the press conference. If you just got here, honey, just rewind a little bit. Just rewind a little bit. Could be him. It's possible. All right. Let me show you this. The McCall Police Department in Idaho is investigating the report of a possible sighting of Travis Decker, the Washington man wanted in the connections with the unalivings of his 3 daughters near Leavenworth. On Wednesday, the department confirmed it did receive notification that Decker may have been seen in the McCall area. Decker is the subject of a multi-state search following the discovery of his daughter's bodies. Ugh, Peyton, Evelyn, Olivia, God bless them. God bless them. After he failed to return them after their scheduled visit. All right, now let me show you this Ring doorbell camera that is coming in right now. I am going to show you this in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Maybe. All right, here we go. Travis Decker. Things are going everywhere right now. All right, here is this Ring doorbell footage that I'm going to show you. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Please and thank you. Consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. We would love to have you. All right, here we go. What do you think? Now, remember, let's see the right side of picture. It's about a 3-hour drive. Hold on. Wait a second. That's his truck. That's his truck right there. That's it. That's his fucking truck. Oh my God. That's his white GMC truck. Oh. No, you're right. He left the truck at the scene. Hold on. All right. You're right. He left the truck at the scene. That's all right. This is old video. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. New Ring camera shows suspect Travis Decker in the days leading up to the kidnapping and unaliving of his 3. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so this is old footage. Okay, I about had a stroke. All right, so we need to compare this with the new guy. Let's see here. That's the profile. You are one sack of shit. It will be very easy to identify him. Yep. Hot Mess just put it. His tattoos. His tattoos. He's very distinctive. This one is before yesterday, but that's a Hot Mess. That's an AI one. Oh, Lil Red, you got to email that to me, baby. You got to email that one to me. That's why. Yep, that's why. Okay. So let's look at this. I'm guessing he's picking up the kids here, probably. right? He's probably picking up the kids there. Okay, now let's go over here. I don't think that's him. Hold on. You know what I'll do? I'll do a side by side. This is what we'll do. I want to see that hairline again. Here we go. Screenshot. Ba-dum-bum. Okay. And then we'll do another screenshot. Ba-dum-bum. Okay. And we'll do another. God, he's fast there. Let's see here. If there's any other. We'll do another one right here. Damn. 1 second. Screenshot. Here we go. Now, let's go over here, and he has on the exact same clothes in the pics you just showed. Look at the shorts. Hold on. We're good. We're going to go over there. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see here. Let's go. We ride at dawn, mother chickens. We ride at dawn. We're going to get this mother Fletcher. Poor babies. Shame on this mother. Such a jerk, man. All right. We're going to show these. All right, look at this, y'all. Here we go. Okay. Okay. What do you think? Oh, let me take that one banner down so you don't. What do y'all think? Do his tattoos. Oh, yeah. Let me look at his tattoos. The arm on the tattoos. Let me get a screen shot of that real quick so we can do a side by side. Sometimes he looks a little scruffy. Scruffy mother chicken. All right, let's go to that Ring doorbell. Okay. This is very interesting what we're going to find out here. All right, here we go. Let me pop this up now. Look at there. Now, this, all right. This is Travis Decker right here. That is definitely him. I think we're wanting to know if it's this guy. This is clearly the same person. We know that this is the Ring doorbell from before what happened to the kids happened to the kids. Right? But so we need to find especially that right arm. Hello?
Justin,
Yes, dear, I'm live.
hey, the photo that I sent you.
Uh-huh.
Hang on just a second. Please pause my TV. Hang on. Okay, the photo that I sent you, it's not AI. It's legit. The mom posted it on Facebook.
So that really is him?
That's legit him. The mom posted in her Facebook on her Facebook. It was in her group.
Okay.
So that legit is him a few years ago with shorter hair. But mainly if you look to the zoom in on the photo, you can see the tattoos. And the tattoos match.
You see, the thing that's confusing me is like I know that this is him right here in the the white shirt, but I'm talking about the yellow shirt.
The green one?
Yeah, the green one.
Yeah, if you zoom in on that photo that I sent you,
Uh-huh.
the tattoo that's on his right arm matches the tattoo in that photo.
All right, let's do it.
In the neon green shirt.
All right, let's do it. Let me do it here. Okay.
All right, I'm going to drop down in chat.
All right, baby. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. Let me check his eyebrows. I tell you, this was a few years ago right here, this one. It's got this one. I think it's okay. Let me get rid of these. See, I don't think that's the same. Let's see here. See if I can get this over more. Because to me, this looks like a full sleeve. Let me make it bigger. Has another shirt. Is that what it is? Is it another shirt under it, you think? Huh. What do y'all think? I mean, I think the eyebrows. To me, he's got a very distinct eyebrow. And to me, that's what sets him apart. Let's see here. I wonder what. See if you look at his eyebrows. To me, his eyebrows are very much the same. I think it's probably him too. Thank you, Uber. If you received that, make sure you thank Uber. You see oh crap. The thing here is I know this is Travis. This is definitely Travis. This is him at the Ring doorbell as well. I know this is Travis. And I know this is Travis. All three of these are Travis. Is this Travis? That's what we need to know. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I thought my thing just completely went out. If you guys have anything, please send it in. Mods will drop my stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm getting some more pictures in here. Look at this. What do y'all think about? I think my thing is overheating right now because I got so much stuff coming in. I literally have so much stuff coming in. What just happened to my computer there? Okay, here we go. I got some stuff coming in, so I want to show you guys this. Watch this. All right, I got some new stuff coming in. All right, this is him at the door the other day. Let me see if I can lighten that up a little bit. See if we can lighten it up. Warm, cool, vivid. Nope, that's darker. There we go. There we go. We just care about the arms right now. We just care about the arms. You strangled your kids, you bastard. Okay. Yep. Some people are saying that's a shirt underneath. I don't think that's a shirt underneath. I don't think that's a shirt underneath. What do y'all think? I think it's a long sleeve black shirt underneath. Well, I know the eyebrows certainly are. So look at this. All right. Let's see here. See how he's got a very distinct eyebrow. Very distinct, in my opinion. Okay. And I think it's very possible him. He's definitely changed his looks throughout time, in my opinion, for sure. Decker is currently wanted for 3 counts of unaliving, first degree, and kidnapping. Decker is former military with extensive training. If you have seen him or believe you have seen him within the last several days, please contact 911. All right, now watch this. This is blowing up like quickly. Crazy. He's definitely trending. All right, watch this. Watch this, y'all. I gotta pull my glasses up for this one. Working hard. Look at this mother. If this does not hurt your heart, these kids are gone forever. Son of a bitch. I hope Decker has 3 arm tattoos. Yes, these are really good. Well, that's not 3, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these arm tattoos. I thought it said 3 arms. Sorry. I'm so blonde sometimes. Eileen, this is a really sad one. They're all sad, but this one's just particularly, it's so senseless. I do too, Candace. I do too. Evil. Why? For what? I don't understand it. Oh, what did that say? Hold on. The call police station has received notification that a possible sighting of Travis Decker, a triple. Okay. Dispatch should only be notified of first person sightings, no rumors, text, or online chatter. If you believe you have seen the individual, please contact dispatch 208-382-5160. It says that they have evidence that he's been I guess they're on his trail. Okay. Let's see what this is. Anything else here? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Why is it not unmuting? Okay, here we go. Are y'all seeing? God, y'all aren't seeing it. 1 second.
It's shocking.
Plus, troubling new insights into the suspect. We are combing through just released court documents right now. And
Listen to
Amber
this.
Alert confusion. We're pushing WSP about why one never went out for
Should have
these
been an
girls.
Amber.
Why was an Amber Alert not issued in the case of these three
There
missing
should have
sisters?
been. You
Live
knew
team
exactly where
coverage
they were.
starts right now.
And a truly heartbreaking end to a search for three sisters from Wenatchee. 9-year-old Peyton Decker, 8-year-old Evelyn Decker, and 5-year-old Olivia Decker have been found dead. The girls were last seen alive on Friday after their father picked them up for a planned visitation.
And now there is an urgent manhunt to find him. 32-year-old Travis Decker is wanted for his daughter's kidnapping and murders. Now, State Patrol says he may be armed and dangerous. The girls' bodies were found near his empty truck about 40 miles away from Wenatchee by Rock Island Campground that's west of Leavenworth.
Our team is bringing you live coverage on this rapidly developing investigation from State Patrol headquarters in Olympia to the crime scene near Leavenworth.
First, KIRO 7 anchor Gary Horker is fronting our coverage live from Wenatchee, digging through just released charging documents. And Gary, the details here are disturbing.
Monique and Elle, they don't get more heartbreaking than this. These three innocent lives taken so tragically, and now we know how. Those documents say the girls died of asphyxiation. They also say the way they found them was the FBI and all these law enforcement agencies, including Homeland Security, pinged their father's cell phone around the area and the campsite where the night before he disappeared with them. Take a look at the girls at the center of this case. That's Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker, three innocent little girls. They were last seen Friday when they were supposed to be on a scheduled visit with their dad, Travis. Here's a look at his photo. According to custodial documents, Travis Decker and the girl's mom had been separated now for several years, but his court-ordered custody plan changed once he became homeless. Worth noting here, Decker refused to sign the plan, which stated he needed to get both mental help and anger management help as well, which his ex-wife said in court documents never really happened. KIRO 7's Jason Sloss has been digging through all of these heartbreaking documents. Jason, this is a heartbreaking end to the search, and you just talked to the mom yesterday exclusively.
Yes, and the mom was optimistic that this would have a much different ending. Just horrific deaths for these three little girls during what was supposed to be a relatively quick visit with their father. Now, the girls were found about 45 minutes down this road near a campground, and now an all-out search for their father. A heartbreaking end to the search for three little girls, 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia Decker, found dead near the Rock Island campground near Leavenworth. Now, a manhunt for the sisters' father, 32-year-old Travis Decker. Friday evening, Decker went to his ex-wife's home in Wenatchee to pick up the girls for a planned 3-hour parental visit, but they never returned. Wenatchee police issued an endangered missing person alert. Decker is homeless, and for 3 days, authorities searched campgrounds and motels while on the lookout for Decker's white GMC truck. Just before 4 Monday afternoon, a Chelan County Sheriff's deputy spotted the father's unoccupied truck near a campground off Icicle Road. The bodies of the three girls were then found nearby down an embankment, but no sign of Decker. According to Chelan County court documents, the likely cause of the girls' deaths was asphyxiation.
I don't know. I have a little girl myself, so that's it's shocking.
Visitors hoping to hike a nearby trail were turned away at a roadblock as a large-scale search is carried out.
I'm sorry for the family and for the mother. That's devastating. I absolutely cannot imagine.
Now, if anyone sees Decker, they are urged not to make contact, but call 911 right away. We were expecting a news conference today with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. That did not happen. There is a GoFundMe account set up in the girls' names. We'll have more about that on our website. Live in Leavenworth, Jason Sloss, Cairo 7 News.
Incredibly difficult information to even process and report. Thank you, Jason. Since we learned the sisters have died, we have been asking very tough questions, specifically to the Washington State Patrol, because in this state, the federal government gives the overall criteria for an Amber Alert, but only the State Patrol can actually issue an Amber Alert itself. So everybody passing by here with heavy hearts is wondering and second guessing the State Patrol. A natural question: why was the State Patrol not issuing an Amber Alert?
They should have issued
Deborah Horn
it.
is live for us in Olympia. Deborah, WSP said there wasn't enough evidence that the sisters were in
may not have saved
danger,
them.
and they
Regardless,
need to be in
it
imminent
should-
danger for an Amber Alert.
Travis could have been found sooner.
Absolutely, Gary. That is one of the criteria set out for an Amber Alert. But as you say, now those sisters are dead. And so we came here to Olympia to ask whether anyone at WSP believes they made a mistake.
I bet you they don't say
second-guessing?
yes.
Any rethinking?
As a father and a grandfather, when your heart is so broken by someone lost, there's always going to be questions. What could we have done? What should we have done?
Those are just some of the questions the Washington State Patrol is facing after the worst news possible about the three missing sisters, that all three are dead. Their troubled father still missing. This after WSP issued a missing and endangered persons alert, but not the more urgent Amber Alert. Should the criteria be changed, be broadened?
That's a question for
guys.
justice and a national discussion, because this is used across the country.
After this, I think there might be flying out to Idaho to check right now. There's a flight. I'm looking at 1 second.
According to WSP guidelines set out in 2019, an Amber Alert is issued if several criteria are met as set by the federal government: that the missing person is a child, that the child is believed to be in danger of imminent death or serious bodily injury, that there is an adequate description of that missing child, and that law enforcement is investigating. WSP's Chris Loftus says there was no evidence Travis Decker was a threat to his children.
If we were to issue an Amber Alert every time someone with custodial privilege is late getting that child back, we'd have Amber Alerts just about every day. Was it the system that harmed these?
Yes, was it the system that failed?
Was it the system or was it the murderer? I would say
Both.
it's the murderer.
Now, after Chris Loftus said that the Fed, the
That's a
criteria
cheap
we
shot, I'm
checked,
sorry.
and according
Cheap
to
shot,
the DOJ,
you should have done it. You know
the
you should have done
criteria
it.
are recommendations, but those recommendations are not forced on individual states. Loftus also says that the mother
No,
gave no
Heather.
indication that she believed her ex-husband would harm their children. Of course, we have recent court documents, but even some that go back 3 years show that she had some concerns. We're working to bring you that part
Right
of this
on.
story tonight
Exactly,
at 6.
exactly.
For now, reporting live in Olympia, Deborah Horn, Cairo 7 News.
Okay.
Deborah, you and I have been reporting for a long time, and we know tragedies like this one times 3 are what get people to second guess policies and sometimes change them.
This
Thank
is
you
what
for your
makes things
coverage there.
change.
Again, it's been almost 24 hours since the girls' bodies were found not far away from where I am right now. And we have been pushing the State Patrol for answers. Debbie Horn has been asking them sharp questions, and they're still telling us the policy dictated what they did. So the Wenatchee School District also said it's providing counseling in support for the students. Jason mentioned it earlier, but here's the GoFundMe in support of the girl's mother. And this is going to raise money, we understand, for 3 funerals. It has raised more, I'm just getting this now, $190,000.
No, we're up to 600,000 now. Okay, guys, I want to show you this flight tracker. This is interesting. I can't confirm that it is what it is, but I can tell you this. Someone posted this earlier, and they said, hold on, that, here it is. Damn. Hold on one second. Latest. Let me look at it. Travis Decker allegedly seen in McCall, Idaho. Few aircrafts are being shared on Flight Aware. One helicopter and another fixed wing traveling along one of the waterways. That's interesting. N6703SR22 V5087MYL, and then it's redacted. It's interesting. Maybe they're flying out there to take a little look-see. It's not that far of a ride. It's not that far of a ride. What is this? The McCall Police Department has received notification of a possible sighting of Travis Decker. Okay, please beware if you investigate. Okay. How far of a drive is it, I wonder? It's not that far of a drive, is it? Heat flare equip is my guess, probably. Probably. Oh, thank you so much, Irony. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you, Irony. If you received that, make sure you thank Irony. Canadian Cookie, thank you so much for gifting 3 pearl necklaces. That's so nice of you. Thank you. If you received one of those, please thank Canadian and thank our dear Shannon. Really do appreciate you very, very much. Candace, thank you so much. PTSD is real, but no excuse for unaliving your own babies. Yes, I agree. I hope they take care of him in prison. Carmelita, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. If you received that, thank Carmelita. Thank y'all so much. Ginger, thank you, honey. Appreciate you very much. And Canadian, thank you so very much. Really do appreciate y'all so much. It's very sweet. Very, very sweet of my darlings. Look at this. Maybe I should go to Google Earth. But look at this. It's this. So it's not really... Damn, it's not really that far, if you ask me. I've got these reports that I do want to show you. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look at this, y'all. Look at... I'll show you how... There's so much. My God, I don't even know where to start. Okay. Let me just show you this real quick. Before... Look at how, like, I showed you guys yesterday, but here's a picture of how many, look at this, that how many was out there. This is going to change something. 4.5 hours, that's nothing, is it, Casey? Like, that's literally nothing. Oh, Paula, I'm so sorry. Hey, Barry. Yeah, they did confirm that some of them were not Travis. We was listening to it, but they couldn't confirm all of them. That's so. What did Ware say? Robin, did I get your super chat? Yeah, I got it earlier, honey. When the press conference was playing that one, the slurp. Thank you so much. You're so funny. Isn't that nice? Look at this. This is beyond. Thank you so much for being here. You said you were new. Look at this. Look at all the people. That's amazing. I wish, yes. I don't know how this mom is going to, like, I don't know how she's going to go on. How does one go on after something like this? I don't know. I really don't. Okay. Now, let me show you this press release that just came out a little bit ago. Okay. Why is it not do it like this then? Here's this. They did release a couple things here. Try it like this. Here we go. Okay, let's. Why does it keep doing that? All right, let me share it like this. Can y'all see it on the screen like that? Let me make it bigger for y'all. There we go. We'll make it bigger for y'all. This was the update, and it says, as we take on all hands approach to investigate the unaliving of 3 girls, the team's morale remains elevated as we work toward locating Travis Decker. Investigators are working collaboratively throughout the county and across the state to contact and interview all known associates of Mr. Decker to further develop leads of his potential next moves. Additionally, more teams are being deployed to different sites Mr. Decker was known to frequent in the area. New information has revealed Mr. Decker is well versed in wilderness survival and capable of spending days or even weeks in the wilderness on his own and with very little equipment. Although this can be a challenge while searching for him, our personnel are well equipped and prepared to seek and apprehend him. We have obtained recent video footage of pictures of Mr. Decker, which are attached to the release. However, these photos are from the days leading up to his visitation, began with the girls. These are the most recent photos and videos we have that reveal the last known appearance. Anyone with information is urged to call the CCSO tip line 509-667-6845 or submit your information. You can submit it online. CCSO will hold a press conference on the steps of the... Okay. We got that one. All right. Now, let's go to this one. Here we go. All right. We're asking the community's assistance in locating Decker. Is currently wanted for 3 counts of unaliving, first-degree kidnapping. So these are both him with extensive training. So these are both him. These are both him. This with the days leading up. And they released the video with it. Why would he even want to live now? He's evil. Evil SOB. The sheriff makes... Oh, Joe. Not nice. She won't have to sue them for not putting out an Amber Alert. How long has he been homeless for? A while. He's been homeless for a while. Look at this. So I thought earlier that the one in the yellow shirt was the one in Idaho, but these are both Decker. Both of these are. So we don't have any photos of Idaho. But we just got the door cam. So that makes me wonder, what's that going on here? Now, even ABC News is on this now, guys. Even ABC News.
Why?
There we go. He's such a good-looking guy.
At this hour for a father accused in the horrific murders of his 3 young
Such a
daughters.
handsome guy.
Authorities say he once served in the military, that he's trained. They believe he's dangerous. He was allowed visitation with his daughters, but not overnights. And now a horrific tragedy for that family. Here's Kana Whitworth.
Tonight, federal, state, and local authorities in Washington searching the will.
And that's the thing. Hold on. Where was it? Summer Rain. Does it say what he drives? We have no idea what he's driving right now because he may be just in the woods. He may just be in the woods because his truck was left there.
Wilderness for Travis Decker, who they say killed his 3 young daughters during a court-approved visitation. Decker, according to authorities, is former military with extensive training.
We will not rest until Travis is located.
On Friday, their mother, Whitney,
Thank you,
reported
Robert.
5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Peyton missing after they didn't return from a planned visitation with Decker, who, according to court documents obtained by ABC News affiliate Como, was not authorized to have overnight visits with the girls and was experiencing mental health issues. But authorities say there had been no prior issues with visitation.
There were reported concerns of Travis being homeless and financially stressed recently. Whitney was clear that during the exchanges that had occurred in the past, that Travis was very communicative with her in any deviations from the parenting plan.
On Monday, a deputy found Decker's white GMC Sierra with 2 bloody handprints on the back near a campground in Leavenworth, Washington. The girls'
Oh my
bodies
God.
found down an embankment.
Oh, I did not know that. That makes me nauseous. Yes. That's horrible. Oh my, you are one. I hope that police said they have the dog. Yeah. He unalived his 3 daughters and kept the dog.
They appeared to have been asphyxiated. All 3 girls attended Lincoln Elementary School in Wenatchee. The entire community.
How does a father do that? One after another after another. I will never, ever, ever understand that. And the confusion of these daughters. They love their dad. I can't. Thank you, Candace. I'm going to call it now. In my opinion, it will end in the same way, Brian. It will be shocked if he's taken alive. I agree. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Hey, butterfly kisses. Good to see you, darling. Thank you so much for renewing your membership, honey. It really is VA. I did not know those about the
Coming out to pay their respects. Classmates writing messages in colored markers, trying to process the unthinkable.
And David, tonight authorities warn that Decker could be anywhere, and they say he should be considered dangerous. David.
Our thoughts are with that mother, that extended family, and that whole community tonight. Kena Whitworth, thank you.
Another day goes by, and there is still no sign of Lily and Jack Sullivan. I spent most of the other day digging into this case, using Google Maps to get a better picture of the area. For those of you who haven't seen...
Okay, 1 second. NBC News is saying grim details reveal in the deaths of 3 Washington girls as they search for their... Don't call him a father, call him a murderer. The murderer. He's not a father. Evil son of a...
For a father accused of killing his 3 daughters.
Don't
3 young girls
call
ages
him a
9,
father.
8, and 5 were reported missing over the weekend. Police say the bodies of the sisters were found on Monday near a campground. Police say the father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, was not with the truck. They also say Decker is a veteran with extensive military training and that he may pose a threat if he's approached. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Steve, to say that this is disturbing is probably an understatement. Some of the details you're about to share. What are we learning, and where does the search stand?
Okay, guys. Trigger warning. Trigger warning, please. Hey, Terry, honey, good to see you. Thank you so much for 9 months of continued support. I really, really do appreciate you. It's gonna be really bad.
Yeah, Kate, you said it. This is just one of those cases that comes with layers and layers of horror. Horror for those young girls, as you mentioned, 5, 8, and 9, thought they were under the care and custody and safety of their own father. Horror for the police, who wind up finding the bodies near that truck about 130 miles east of Seattle. They arrive, and this is new details from an affidavit, arrived to find the girls, their hands bound by zip ties, bloody handprints on the windshield of that truck, likely now probable cause of death, likely asphyxiation, although that is under investigation, as well as the motive. And then, of course, horror for the mother who reported these girls missing because of the missed visitation from the father, wasn't able to get an Amber Alert because of the limited custodial rights that the father has. So just really horror all around, leading to first-degree murder charges for this father, $20,000 reward for any information that leads to his arrest now put out to the community. Okay.
Steve, thinking about that community and that family, a vigil was held last night, I know, for those 3 young girls. What are the community members saying?
Incredibly well attended event, speaks to the popularity of these girls and their mother. as young as 8 years old, speaking about their friend who was lost. About 300 people showed up, an event put on by pastors. Here's what one of the people said about the loss. Listen to this.
We met in college and then lost touch for many years and kind of reconnected last fall through our girls, and she just those girls were her whole world.
How do you tell your kids that I mean, the oldest was 9 years old, y'all. Blood can be, if it can happen. Yeah, so we're there. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, sweetie. I try my best. Thank you, darling.
Again, that $20,000 reward still put out to the community. There's also a GoFundMe for any funding that could go to the mother. Okay.
Steve Patterson, thank you.
Tonight, as the investigation into Sunday's fiery...
Okay. Some stuff's coming out everywhere right now. Just everywhere, I guess, because this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, what's the world coming to? Those poor kids telling, and the teachers and their little friends just never seen anything like this. Okay, I'm pulling this up. I want to show you. We're going to look at his military experience. If my computer will work. My computer's going overtime right now. There is new stuff. Bear with me, guys. All right. Let me just exit some of this so I can get some of this off of here so my computer won't be as hot. All right. That's the sighting. What did I do with it? Okay, right here it is. All right. Look at this. Found it. It's uncomprehendable.
Steady flow of visitors come by this memorial to their respects. At the same time, law enforcers from all across this area are spanning out across Wenatchee, across Chelan County, looking for the alleged killer as the community. On Sunday, a darkness hangs over the city of Wenatchee. Warmth replaced by cold-blooded murder.
I get full body chills.
This mom placing toys her own 3-year-old chose at the memorial site, supporting a fellow mother living the unimaginable.
It's sad because we can all just kind of put ourselves in that position and understand a little bit of what's going on. I felt sick.
One of those mothers feeling the pain is Lana Miller, who lost her own son 10 years ago. Lana says she honors the Decker girls in her son's memory, which helps her heal.
When you give and volunteer and do everything, it takes you out of your own head. Do it if you can.
Today at Lincoln Elementary, where the 3 sisters went to school, classmates gathered to remember their stolen friends. 9-year-old Peyton was in 3rd grade, 8-year-old Evelyn was in 2nd, and their 5-year-old sister Olivia was in kindergarten. Meantime, the manhunt continues. Police following tips across the county, including this one at Travis Decker's former home. It turned up nothing. An online fundraiser for the family has already surpassed $500,000. And back at the memorial site, one of those paying their respects is this woman who says she knew Travis Decker growing up. She says he always seemed troubled.
Since I know what I knew him from growing up, it didn't shock me.
But much of the community does remain in shock, with more.
And see, that's interesting. She says it didn't shock her, but even while the kids were missing. Mom said he loves the kids very much. He loves the kids very much. And then just a little bit later, she was told what happened. But she says that this didn't shock her. I don't either. That's what he wanted. He couldn't go on. Yep.
Difficult days ahead.
Hold on,
Yeah, I
let's-
definitely.
Who says she knew Travis Decker growing up. She says
Listen
he
to that.
always seemed troubled.
Since I know what I knew him from growing up, it didn't shock me.
But much of the community does remain in shock, with more difficult days ahead.
Yeah, I definitely feel that, when one mom cries, we all cry.
Police have now set up a special tip line for anyone with information about Travis Decker's whereabouts. That number is on your screen. It is 509-667-6845. Reporting live in Wenatchee, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
And Eric, have you learned any additional details about where he could be?
Joyce, police are being exceptionally tight-lipped about this investigation. We haven't heard anything additional today, although we have seen that some reward posters have been, or not reward posters, I should say be on the lookout posters have been posted at some local homeless shelters. So they are reaching out into the community. But right now, we are waiting for that 6 o'clock news conference to learn more today, Joyce.
All right, Eric Wilkinson, thank you so much.
If this was pre-planned of any sort of way, right? If this was pre-planned in any sort of way, then he's going to have resources, right? He's certainly going to have resources. But if this was spur of the moment, he's going to need resources. So he could really be anywhere. He might be in the woods. He might be on the road. He might be at family's house. Who knows? I mean, he did have zip ties with him. Good point. Good point. Oh my God. That just literally gave me chills. That's just terrible. Just terrible. After this, we're going to learn a little bit more about Travis Decker.
Wanted for a triple murder involving 3 young girls.
The new updates. Let's get over to Abby Wild. Abby, what do we know so far?
Joe and Brenda, so the McCall Police Department posted about 27 minutes ago that the McCall Police Department has received notifications of the possible sighting of Travis Decker. Again, he is the suspect in the case of the Chelan County, Washington murders where 3 girls were found dead. They are saying that dispatch should only be notified of first-person sightings, not rumors, texts, online chatter, but if you do believe that you saw him around the McCall area, to contact dispatch at 208-382-5160. Again, this is just that there was maybe a sighting of Decker in McCall, Idaho. Again, we do know those murders took place on Monday night, and from there he has been on the loose and on the run with no spotting of where he might be. So we'll continue to bring this breaking news to you as we find out more. Joe and Brenda.
And we know investigators out of Washington had cautioned the public there that if in fact they did see him, he could potentially be a dangerous person. So do not approach this man. If you believe you do see him, a first-hand report, you're asked to contact dispatch. Of course, as always, Brenda, in an emergency, call 911.
I'm going to tell you guys.
We'll continue to follow this through our evening newscast. We'll be right back with the 208 right here on KTVB.
Guys, I am going to read the probable cause affidavit. Okay? I want to give you a trigger warning. I don't know what's all in it. I'm reading it for the first time with you. Okay? So, trigger warning. June 3rd, 2025, 11:58 a.m. in the Superior Court of State of Washington, plaintiff versus Travis Caleb Decker. Order for warrant on probable cause. Based upon information and supporting affidavit of Detective Hewitt of the Wenatchee Police Department, the court finds probable cause for the issuance of a warrant for the arrest of the defendant. Now, therefore, it is hereby ordered that the warrant of arrest be issued for the arrest of Travis Caleb Decker upon the charges of aggravated unaliving in the first degree, 3 counts, and kidnapping in the first degree, 3 counts, and bail is fixed in the amount of no bail, pending the defendant's first appearance in court. Transmission by teletype is hereby authorized. The undersigned on the oath, the affidavit believes that the crimes of unaliving first degree, kidnapping first degree times 3. The affidavit is believed on the following facts and circumstances. On May 30th, 2025, at around 2100 hours, 21:34 hours, Whitney D. Decker, date of birth 1/22/90, arrived in the lobby at the WPD, the police department, to report a civil complaint. She advised patrol that her ex-husband, Travis D. Decker, date of birth 8/15/92, had failed to return their 3 children at 2000 hours in violation of their agreement upon the court-ordered parenting plan. Corporal Gonzalez noted Whitney appeared distraught and looked like she had been recently crying. She advised that her and Decker were previously married and that there had been a divorce for several years, and that they have 3 children together. Along with the divorce, the two have had a parenting plan in place, with the most current one issued by a judge on September 27, 2024. The current parenting plan limits Decker visitation to every other weekend, with specific hours of Friday from 5 p.m. to 11. What was it? 500 hours to hold on 1 second, I lost it. From Saturday from 5 to 7, and Sunday from 9 to 1700 hours. The order also specifies no overnight visits, and that the visits will only occur in the Wenatchee Valley. Whitney reported that Decker picked up their daughters from the residence at 10:24. Okay, I won't read her address or anything. At 1700 hours, but they did not return until 2000 hours. She stated that she attempted to call Decker multiple times, and his cell phone goes straight to voicemail, which typically means the cell phone is off or out of service. Whitney expressed concerns because Decker reportedly had never done this before, and further noted he is currently experiencing some mental health problems. At the time of the initial report, Whitney explained that Decker does not currently have a stable residence and is considered homeless. He is now known to often stay in hotels or motels or camps at local campgrounds, but Whitney did not know where to find him. Corporal Gonzalez stated he attempted Decker's cell phone and it's got a cell phone number there. I won't read it, but it went straight to the voicemail, identifying the cell phones as Decker's. Whitney knows Decker's. Decker drives a white truck, but was unsure what kind. She, however, noted that he had recently been cited for driving without insurance. Corporal Gonzalez conducted a record search and identified Decker's truck as a white 2017 GMC Sierra with his license plate on there. He had been in a collision on May 27, 2025, and was in fact cited for some infraction following the investigation. It appears he was in another collision on May 4, 2025, but left the scene. Wow. 2 collisions? Really? Corporal Gonzalez checked Decker's vehicle registration through a Flock Safety, it's a camera system, and found the truck last registered by automatic license plate readers northbound on Wenatchee Bright camera. It says where they found it and all that. He noted that it was likely after Decker picked up his daughters and suspected he may be headed to a hotel or a campground in the North End. After the contact with Whitney, Corporal Gonzalez checked all motels and hotels in the city limits area, as well as Confluence State Park. While the Confluence, he spoke to a park manager and was able to check their camping roster. Decker was not listed as staying at any campsites. East Wenatchee PD Officer Conley was contacted and asked to check the East Wenatchee Hotels Motels for Decker's vehicle. After contacted and asked to check East Wenatchee Hotels Motels for Decker's vehicle. After a search of the area, Decker's vehicle was not located. Given the circumstances, an attempt to locate, it's also called an ATL, was initiated for all Valley agencies to be on the lookout for Decker, his vehicle, and the children. Corporal Gonzalez investigated further and consulted with the Washington State Patrol, also known as WSP, Missing and Endangered Persons Unit. He provided the fact of the case to screen. He provided the facts of the case to screen for an Amber Alert, but based upon the fact there was no current evidence to believe that the children were at risk of serious bodily injury or death, and that it did not qualify. Whitney was advised of the updates and the inability to locate the children, Decker, or his vehicle. She was advised to call Rivercom immediately if and when she hears from Decker. On May 31st, 2025, there was a large social media presence looking for information about the whereabouts of Decker and the children. By the time I saw the social media post, it was clear that Whitney had not been able to contact Decker for over 12 hours, and from WPD's pass down, it was noted that one of the children had an event planned at a local park the morning of that Decker and the children never showed up for. With a continued concern about the lack of communication from Decker, I met with Whitney and the parents' residence at the Wenatchee to get further details. Whitney explained that she and Decker were married for 7 years, but since been divorced for a few years. She explained the divorce was civil, and initially Decker had housing and was allowed overnight visits. However, when he lost the housing, the parenting plan was readdressed to accommodate accordingly. Whitney denied any DV during the marriage, but did mention moments of power or control he used. She provided the examples of randomly leaving or waking her up by screaming at her in the middle of the night. She also said near the end of the marriage, he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and she believes he is currently not taking his medication for. While married, Whitney and Decker had 3 children in common. She identified them as 9-year-old redacted, it's got their date of birth, 8-year-old redacted, their date of birth, and 5-year-old redacted, date of birth. They reportedly have had a good relationship with Decker and enjoy their time with him. The overall relationship was reported to be good with the children. Enjoy their time with Decker. Whitney also reported no issue with recent visitations and stated that her and Decker are communicative, have communication with issues surrounding them, and if either will be late for any reason, they will communicate. She reiterated that Decker has never failed to return the kids. The parenting plan provided by Whitney specifies the visitation hours and discusses holiday and birthday considerations. Notable concerns are reasons, putting limitations of parenting, shows Decker has neglected his parental duties and has a long-term emotional and physical problem that gets in his way of his ability to parent. The plan also noted that the details about notes details about access to the children and the ability to talk to them via cell phone when needed. Whitney said that they agreed to the plan, but the signature line states Decker refused to sign. Decker is also supposed to seek mental health treatment and DV anger management counseling under the parenting plan, but has not. Does that sound familiar for other cases? The exchange on Friday night occurred without issue. However, Whitney noted that Decker was quieter than usual, which was out of character. She mentioned that the recent ticket being a financial burden for him, along with garnishing wages due to back child support. She then added that he has been talking about getting rid of his dog due to housing and further financial concerns. Whitney stated that his children and his dog are the 2 big positives in his life. Whitney also stated when overnight camping trips have been allowed, they have been planned in advance and are clear of the plans. The children have also leave with a bag of clothing at appropriate attire to spend the night outdoors when they left the home and had their clothes on their back. As of June 2nd, 2025 at 0900 hours, there have been no contact with Decker, and his cell phone continues to go straight to voicemail when called. He has failed to return the children on Friday, May 30th, 2025 at 2000 hours. He failed to return the children on Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at 1900 hours. He failed to return the children on Sunday, June 1st, 2025 at 1700 hours. Decker then failed to show up to work this morning, and his bosses noted some recent mental health concerns. Given that Decker has failed to return the children when directed and there is no open communication with Whitney, it is believed that there is an intent to withhold the children permanently from Whitney. And given that he supposed 3 different scheduled times for the return of the children, it is believed that he is well past the protracted period of time. And given that the children left with no supplies for their extended time, it is believed that there is substantial risk for illness or physical injury. Therefore, there is probable cause to arrest Travis C. Decker for the 3 custodial accounts interference of the first degree on June 2nd, 2025. A warrant for his arrest was requested and later garnered by the Chelan County Superior Court Judge Robert E. Jordan. In an active attempt to locate Decker with the children, law enforcement utilized a variety of resources and known tools to include cell phone records and timing advance, automatic license plate readers, canvassing of the area for security, search for possible locations in the region on social media. On Monday, June 2nd, 2025, a larger and more intensive search was conducted through the Chelan County with the help of CCSO and eventually family, friends, and volunteers as people began to learn about the children's disappearance. At around 15:56 hours on June 2nd, 2025, CCSO Department McLeod located Decker's vehicle unoccupied in the area of Rock Island Campground, NF 7609 Leavenworth, Washington, of Icicle Road in the nearest city town of Leavenworth. The campground is located in an unincorporated Chelan County in the state of Washington. Law enforcement personnel from Chelan County Sheriff's Office and the Wenatchee Police Department, along with helicopter support, Homeland Security, HSI, converged into the area. Approximately 75 to 100 yards past, this is going to get hard. Approximately 75 to 100 yards past to where the vehicle was located and down a small embankment, CCSO deputies located the bodies of 3 school-aged children. Due to the current safety concerns and scene preservation, the bodies have yet to be approached, but there are some clear signs of lividity. Each has a plastic bag over their head. Based on the totality of the circumstances, including the proximity to the vehicles and visible attire of the bodies, which is consistent with the clothing that the children were wearing when they were transferred to Decker for visitation, they are presumed to be there, and it's got their names. Decker's location is currently unknown, and there is currently a coordinated effort to search the immediate area, if not further, for him so the scene can be searched. Okay, trigger warning again. Around the vehicles and along the way where the children are located, officers, deputies located zip ties and plastic bags strewn throughout the area. The tailgate of the pickup truck also has been appeared to be 2 handprints of BLOOD. The truck has personal items to include blankets, car seats, food, miscellaneous items, and a wallet on the center console. During the search of the area, an abandoned camp was located at nearby of the proximity of the area, and it's got the latitude and longitude, with signs of recent activity. The camp consists of fire pit, tent, and cooler, and within a short walk from the vehicle where the bodies were located. Cell phone records. Decker's cell phone acquired Saturday under showed that Decker likely traveled to the area on Thursday, May 29, 2025 evening and returned at the Wenatchee Friday morning. Until the totality of the situation, it appears that Decker drove through the area the night prior and returned the next day with the children. preliminary examination suggests that the likely cause of death is asphyxiation. Their wrists were also zip-tied or showed signs of being zip-tied. They were positively identified as PD, ED, and OD by the Chelan County coroner. There is probable cause to arrest Travis C. Decker, date of birth 8/15/92. May you rot in eternal hell, you son of a bitch. Signed, me for saying that, and signed the Wenatchee detectives. He planned it. He certainly did. Weird he left his wallet in the truck. He strangled those kids with zip ties and bags. And he also bound their hands. She was trying to talk him down by saying that so he wouldn't hurt them. I think so too. He didn't want his ID on him. Maybe that's why he left his wallet. Yep. Yep, Kat. You have to. It's yeah, Sarah, but they shouldn't be. They should be on. They should be with their mommy right now. You know what I mean? It's still the money issues is the clue. Left the wallet behind because knowing that he wouldn't need his wallet. My opinion. Where's the dog? The dog was in the truck. It's another Chris Watts. That is so fucking sick. So fucking sick. I knew that was going to get messy. I knew it was going to get messy. I knew it. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder. One second. I just don't know. Thank you, Wink at me. Where you been? I haven't seen you. Good to see you, honey. Justin, he one of those kids found that way is why he left the truck there. It's all about revenge. Yep. You're exactly right. It is all about revenge. And you have to be so sadistic to do something like that, right? People get so angry because of their own personal reasons that they want to hurt. He wanted to hurt Whitney. He wanted to hurt because of that. And premeditated makes it all so much worse. No, Sandra. Not yet. I know, Kat, and to do it 3 times. Oh my God. Washington doesn't have capital charges. They don't have it. No. Couldn't pay his fines from 2 accidents. He had 2 accidents in just like less than 2 weeks. Did he take his keys? I don't know. The bottom line is this should have been supervised. Yeah. I think if you have any sort of psychological issues that are bothering you at the time, you should not be able to have visits alone. Andrea Yates. Yeah, wine and cheese. We covered it earlier. We did. We covered all of that, the Ring doorbell earlier. They're trying to let her out. Yates. No way. It seems like they've got a little trail, I think. I'm having flashbacks of Chris Watts and the poor sister saying, "Daddy, please don't." I know. It's bad. She wasn't it too, but it was still absolutely. Just that's what I said earlier. If you have issues going on, no visits. Yep. Me too, Betty. Oh my God. This is Chris Watts it was bad. This is just one that doesn't come very often. It's just one that doesn't come very often, thankfully. You can bet they have Army Rangers out there. Oh, you better believe it. You know, 1 child is horrific. 3 from your biological father. Chad Doberman. Yep. Who, Joe? Who? He was probably psychotic up. Yeah, I could have sent him over the edge. But if you're hiding I'm not buying it. If you are pre-planning this, premeditating this, you do it, and then you're actively hiding, which means he's not insane, in my opinion. Just checking. Okay. He just wanted to rile you up. I'm not cold-hearted. And he just sat on his porch waiting for the police, Doberman. Yeah, Doberman, he's just fucking evil. They're just fucking evil people sometimes. That's just what it is. Just fucking dirty. Like, after I think he felt like he couldn't get ahead, and then he got pulled over twice, and he started to had to pay child support. And I think that's a big thing about it. Yeah, Betty, it is. Had to start paying child support. His wades are garnished. And he's like, listen. Oh, totally premeditated. Exactly. That's right. Do it to your own self. Don't mess with these kids that didn't even start life. 9 years old was the oldest. Did I hear you say his dog was found in the truck? Yes. All right, guys, I gotta go. I need to go take a shower. Something. It's terrible. It's terrible. Whew. It is too much, Belinda. This mother, 13,000 behind in child support. Love you too, Mama Ben Angel. Love you all. Thank you all so much for your support. I really do appreciate you. That's a bad one. I don't know how this mother is going through it. It's too much for us, y'all. His poor classmates, poor teachers, principals, the little girl's friends. Thank you, Jeepskate. Good night, Leslie. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Appreciate you. I am. Go watch a comedy, y'all. Watch something funny. Love you guys. If anything breaks, I'll be back. Good night. God bless.